In today's lecture, we will discuss about union of vector space. Union of vector subspaces. The union of two subspaces of a vector space is not necessarily a subspace of that vector space. Consider W1 consisting of vectors like x00, where x is a real number. That is, first component is any real number and second and third component are 0 of this tuple. And W2 is a subset of R cube having element like 0, 0, z such that z belongs to R. Clearly, W1 and W2 are subspaces of vector space R cube over the field of real number R with usual addition and multiplication of real numbers with tuple algebra. Now, what is W1 union W2? You may solve this as an exercise to show that W1 and W2 are the subspaces of vector space R cube. Now, what will be W1 union W2? It is a collection of elements of W1 and W2. That is, it contains elements which are like x00 and another type of element that is 00z such that x and z belongs to R. It is clear that the element 1, 0, 0 belongs to W1 and the element 0, 0, 1 belongs to W2. But 1, 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 1 is 1, 0, 1. What we have done, we take an element of W1 and we take another element of W2. What will be their sum? Their sum is, with the usual addition of the tuples 1, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 1, we obtain 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Whether this element belongs to W1 union W2 or not? A question is whether this belongs to W1 union W2 or not. W1 union W2. Which one is correct? This belongs to W1 union W2 or it does not belongs to W1 union W2. It is clear that W1 union W2 contains elements of the type either their first component is non-zero and other two are 0, or the first two components are 0 and the third one is non-zero. But it do not contain the elements of type that the first and third component are non-zero and second component is 0. So this tuple 1, 0, 1 does not belongs to, it means this one is correct. So what we have? We have 1, 0, 1 does not belongs to W1 union W2. So you can clearly see here 1, 0 0 being an element of W1, and W1 is contained in W1 union W2. So this element belongs to 1 0 0 belongs to W1 union W2. Similarly, 0 0 1 belongs to W1, and W2 is a subset of W1 union W2. So 0 0 1 belongs to W1 union W2. But there are some 1 0 0 plus 0 0 1 does not belongs to W1 W2. That means if U belongs to W1 union W2 and V belongs to W1 union W2, then it is not necessary that U plus V belongs to W1 union W2. So since the first property of subspace is not satisfied, so W1 union W2 is not a subspace of R cube, vector space R cube, over the field of real numbers. So whenever we have to show that a subset is, whether a subset forms a subspace of a vector space V or not, then it is enough to show it by an example. Like 1 0 0 and 0 0 1, one belongs to W and another belongs to W2, and simply by showing that their sum is not belongs to W1 union W2, this completes that W1 union W2 is not a subspace of R cube. It means it is not necessary that W1 union W2 is a subspace of a vector space or not, where W1 is a subspace and W2 is a subspace of V. So let us see in what condition W1 union W2 become a subspace of vector space. Let us take another subset W3 of R cube. W3 is a subset of R cube, and W3 contains elements of this type x0z, such that xz belongs to R. Then W1 union W3. What is W1 union W3? It contains all the elements of type x0z such that xz belongs to R. Actually, all the elements of type x00 is contained in belongs to W3, because if we take first element non-zero or any real number and z we keep z fixed, then the elements x00 types belongs to W3. So W1 union W3 is contain the elements of type x0z, where x and z are the real numbers. So in this case, for any two element A, B belongs to R, here R is a field. A and B are the members of the field. And say U and V, two elements, belongs to W1 union W3. So U is of type, say X00, 0, and V is type Y0Z. Basically you can see here that we take U belongs to W1 and we take V that belongs to W3. So if U belongs to W1 and W1 is a subset of W1 union W3, so U obviously belongs to W1 union W3. Similarly, if V belongs to W3, then V belongs to union W1 union W3. So U and V are the two members of W1 union W3, and A and B belongs to field of real numbers. So let us see what is the value of AU plus BV. So AU is X00 plus V is Y0Z. So this is AX00 plus BY0BZ. When you add, you will obtain AX plus BY 0, 0 plus BZ. This is AX plus BY 0 BZ. You can see that this element, by the property of field and the space R is itself a vector space. So AX plus BY belongs to R and BZ belongs to R. So the element AX plus BY BZ belongs to W1 union W3. So this satisfies the property of the subspace. There is one more condition, whether identity element 0 vector belongs to W1 union W3 or not. Since W1 is a subspace, so this belongs to W1 and also this belongs to W3. So this element 0 elements belongs to W1 union W3. So W1 union W3 satisfies all the properties of a subspace. Hence W1 union W3 is a subspace of vector space R cube over the field of real number. So hope you observe that W1 union W3 is W3 and that W1 is a subset of W3. Let us generalize this in the following theorem. So next we have a theorem. So theorem is the union of two subspaces of a vector space is a subspace if and only if one is contained in the other. So what is the theorem? The union of two subspaces of a vector space is a subspace if and only if one is contained in the other. So let us write down its proof. Let W1 and W2 be subspaces of vector space V over the field F such that either W1 is contained in W2 or W2 is contained in W1. So what are the conditions that is necessary for making W1 union W2 is a subspace? So the necessary condition is either W1 is contained in W2 or W2 is contained in W1. So we have to show that their union forms a subspace of VF. If W1 is contained in W2, this implies W1 union W2 is W2, which is a subspace of V. Which is a subspace of V. W2 is a subspace of V. So W1 union W2 is a subspace of V. If W2 is contained in W1, in this case W1 union W2 is W1. Again W1 which is a subspace of V. So W1 union W2 is a subspace of V. Thus in both the cases in both the cases W1 union W2 is a subspace of V. Conversely, suppose that W1 union W2 is a subspace of VF. If possible, suppose that neither W1 contained in W2 nor W2 contained in W1. That is, W1 is not contained in W2 and W2 is not contained in W1. Since W1 not contained in W2, it means there exists an element U belongs to W1 such that U does not belongs to W2. If every element of W1 belongs to W2, then W1 becomes the subset of W2. But we have a condition that W1 is not a subset of W2. It means there exists an element U in W1 such that U is not in W2. Similarly, since W2 is not contained in W1, there exists an element, say V, belongs to W2 such that V is not in W1. Now, U belongs to W1. Since U belongs to W1 and V belongs to W2, this implies U and V both belongs to W1 union W2. As W1 union W2 is a subspace for UV belongs to W1 union W2, implies U plus V belongs to W1 union W2. This implies U plus V belongs to W1 or U plus V belongs to W2. Union means if this elements belongs to W1 union W2, implies that either this element U plus V belongs to W1 or U plus V belongs to W2. That means it belongs to one of the set W1 or W2. Or it may be in both. So if U plus V belongs to W1 union if U plus V belongs to W1 and you know that U belongs to W1, this implies U plus V plus minus U belongs to W1. Actually, we use here U belongs to W1 implies minus U belongs to W1, because minus U is the inverse of U, and if U plus V belongs to W1 and minus U belongs to W1, then their summation belongs to W1. So let us include it here. U belongs to W1 implies minus U belongs to W1. Instead of writing it here, we write here minus U. That U plus V belongs to W1 and minus U belongs to W1 implies their addition, their sum belongs to W1. So, by using the properties of the vector space, because it forms a commutative group, so minus U plus V belongs to W1, and again using the property, associative property, by changing the grouping order, this belongs to W1 and this is the identity element 0 plus V belongs to W1 implies V belongs to W1, which is a contradiction. Which is a contradiction, because earlier we take that V does not belongs to W1 here, and here we prove that V belongs to W1. V belongs to W1, which is a contradiction to the fact that V is not a member of W1. Similarly, if U plus V belongs to W and minus V belongs to W2 implies, we may write here V belongs to W2 implies minus V belongs to W2. Since V belongs to W2 implies minus V belongs to W2. So U plus V belongs to W2 and minus V belongs to W2 implies their addition U plus V plus minus V belongs to W2. Now, without going into much detail, by applying the associative property and then using the identity property, we obtain that U belongs to W2, which is a contradiction. Again, which is a contradiction. So we obtain a contradiction here. It means whenever we obtain a contradiction, it means what we are assuming is wrong. So our assumption is wrong, means our assumption is wrong. So what is our assumption? Our assumption is that W1 is not contained in W2 and W2 is not contained in W1. So hence we have either W1 is contained in W2 or W2 is contained in W1. That means to form W1 union W2 a subspace of V, it is necessary that one of the subspace must be contained in the another. So this proves the theorem. Let us discuss one more important thing, that is subspaces of R cube over the field of real numbers. So what are the subspaces of R cube? They are, let them list here, the zero subspace. Second, the space itself. So R cube is itself a subspace of R cube. Third, all lines passes through the origin. So all lines in R cube. On lines in R cube that passes through the origin. It is important that passes through the origin, because if they pass through the origin, this shows that this identity element belongs to that subspace, otherwise not. And fourth one, all planes in R cube passes through the origin. So these are the subspaces of the R cube. The zero space, the space itself, and all the lines in R cube passes through the origin, and all the planes in R cube passes through the origin. Important thing to note down that always remember that the lines and the plane should pass through the origin. Similarly, what are the subspaces of R square? Over the field of real numbers. So subspaces of R square are the zero subspace, the space itself, and all the lines. All the lines in R square that passes through the origin. Now what are the subspace of R? Subspaces of R. So subspaces are the zero subspace and the space itself. So we list here all the subspaces of R cube, R square and R. Always remember that. So let us stop here.